Welcome to Rate the Black, the show that gives you mind-altering reviews and a 5-star system that will leave you speechless. It's time to rate the blank.
Hey, it's me AP. You are watching Rate the Blank, the show where I rate stuff. On this episode, I'm going to rate the Star Wars spin-off movie, Solo. So this is the origin story somewhat of Han Solo and how he meets Chewbacca and Lando and just how he somewhat becomes the future Han Solo that we all know in the original trilogy of Star Wars films. I think it's a really good movie considering what went on behind the scenes. You know, there was a lot of change in direction throughout the movie, tons of reshoots. They had to change the directors to Ron Howard, and it was originally the guys who did the Lego movie. So I think considering all them changes, it come across as a really good movie. I really enjoyed it. I thought, you know, the performance of Alden, I can't pronounce his name, Alden Ehrenreich, or we'll just call him Alden, or Young Han, that'll do for now. I thought the performance was pretty decent. It didn't feel like he was trying to do like an imitation of Harrison Ford, which I thought was good. You know, kind of looked at him, and I don't know if it's just like sort of my brain playing tricks on me in a way where you're looking at him thinking, he kind of does look like Han Solo a bit. Like, it looks like Harrison Ford a bit, with the eyes a squint sometimes. So I thought he was quite good. I think he did it. He performed that role with a lot of authority, and I thought he did it his own performance of Han Solo, and I enjoyed it. That was crap. So for me, I thought this movie was definitely the best one under the Disney banner of Star Wars movies so far. It really felt like the locations, just the visuals of it, all the ships, everything just felt really realistic to me. It really, for a Star Wars movie just in general, it felt the most realistic and really immersive, you know, setting to it. And I felt like I was watching it, and I felt like I was in the location. I felt like they were really, this could be like a real place. It's not so much whereas the other ones are very fantasy orientated, I'd say, more so. I felt like I was really in the movie at times. I thought, wow, this could be like a real place, and maybe like in a like a futuristic place. And I thought they did really well at that. So the movie is basically, you know, they're trying to get coaxium, which is this sort of hyperfuel for the gangster, obviously the villain of the piece, which is Dryden Voss, I think it is. And this coaxium it reminded me like sort of the film The Rock, when it's like this sort of like prestigious thing where you can't drop it or anything at times, and kind of reminiscent of watching The Rock, which is a great movie. But yeah, it was, you know, easy enough like narrative to get around your head. You know, they got to go and get this and take it back, and that's it. They take it back to the bad guys. But then, you know, Han turns out to do the right thing, which is good to see. And, you know, it was a good narrative. I enjoyed the story. I really thought it was up there with, you know, Star Wars movies as it goes. I think Empire is probably at the top of the list, and the original Star Wars, then probably say Force Awakens, Rogue One, and I'd probably put it up in the top 3, more so closer to Empire, this particular film. I thought it was a really really good film. Another thing I really enjoyed about it is the fact this film didn't have any Jedis in. Rogue One even had to, you know, rely on Darth Vader and whole Jedi mythology somewhat through that film, and I really enjoyed the fact that they didn't have to lean on any of that, and it really didn't need it. It didn't feel like it was missing anything, any sort of Jedi mind tricks or anything like that. So I thought that was a really good way. They've not had to throw all that in, and it's nice that they can now probably do more movies like this where it's not like it doesn't have to be like Jedi versus the Sith every single movie. So that was really good. I think for the future of, Star Wars movies now, this has really set off these spin-offs, and I know it didn't do that well at the box office. It didn't make that much money, and there's probably debate of whether this deserves any more sequels to it. I would really love to see a Han Solo trilogy, or some sort of more spin-offs with this cast, using the likes of the young Lando and young Han, and it would be quite cool, because I think they've obviously had that in mind as well, setting it off with Crimson Dawn and with Darth Maul. I think he's just named Maul now, coming back into it as like this the big time leader, head honcho of this syndicate, Crimson Dawn. So I think the future could be really exciting for Star Wars spin-off movies, because it's coming to the end with obviously the normal episodes of Star Wars. Skywalker Saga is coming to an end, so it's interesting now to say, we can do this, and we've got a map out of like where we're going to go over the next like 2 to 3 spin-off movies. And maybe you could just have a little linkage between a little shared universe within these spin-offs, where it doesn't have to be necessarily a Han Solo movie in the next one, but you could link it into events that have obviously with Crimson Dawn, Darth Maul within it. So it'd be really good. So let's get to the rating. I enjoyed this movie. I thought it was really good. So on this episode of Rate the Blank, I'm going to give Solo 4 stars. If you enjoyed this video today, please give it a like and subscribe to my channel for more awesome content.